Okay, I have open in Photoshop the tri-fold card with a standard die cut magnet that I originally designed as a save the date card. So I am going to walk you through how to get your photos in place so we can go over the clipping mask idea again. And I'm going to quickly show you how you can easily change any of the colors by using a hue and saturation adjustment layer. So this is the outside of our card. The panel on the far right is the very front of your card, and the panel on the far left is going to be what they see when they first open the card. We're going to start with our photos that I've got open. Let's see. I don't remember which one I put on the front. Oh, this was it. We're going to duplicate our layer into the, what I have called the outside file, and click OK. And then we are going to drag it above the layer that it needs to be clipped to. See, this is labeled Insert Right Panel Photo above. Drag it over here a little bit. We're going to create our clipping mask by right-clicking, going down to Create Clipping Mask, and it's going to clip it in place. But then we need to size this so that we can see more of that awesome Cleveland skyline. So we are going to go up to Edit on our toolbar, go down to Transform, and then we're going to choose Scale. And it's going to put a bounding box around the entire image, even though we can only see this small square portion of it. So the trick to scaling an image is that you always want to drag from the corners, and you want to hold Shift on your keyboard so that you keep the proportions of your image intact. Otherwise it'll get skewed and it'll look stretched out or squished. So we're just going to drag this until everything that we like is in view. You can move it over, you can pretty much do anything even though it's clipped in place. And then once we have it done, we're going to click on our arrow up here. It's going to ask us if we want to apply the transformation. We're going to hit Apply, and then there's our front image, nicely in place. So we're going to close this one since we've used it. Then we're going to get the image in place for this panel on the left. We'll use this one. We're going to right-click, Duplicate Layer, put it into the outside file, because it's the outside of our card. Go back to that, drag it above the layer that's labeled Insert Left Panel Photo Above. We're going to move it over a bit, right-click on it, and choose Create Clipping Mask to clip it in place. And then again, we can scale it by going to Edit, down to Transform, and then to Scale. Zoom out a bit so we can see it. And just size it up a bit so you can get the good parts of the picture in there. Move it around to get perfect placement. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so we've got our pictures in place. Now let's say that this golden color on the back is not really something that they like and they'd like to change the color. You can change the color by adding a hue and saturation adjustment layer. So we are going to go up to our Layers menu. We're going to go down to New Adjustment Layer, and we're going to choose Hue/Saturation. Now this initial box that comes up allows you to name the layer anything you want. So you can change the name or leave it as the default. I'm just going to leave it as the default and click OK. And then it's going to bring up the adjustment controls. So by sliding the hue bar, you can change it to any color you want. So let's say they want it more of a red. Once you have it to where you like it, you can just click the X in the upper right-hand corner to close this out. And then you see it's kind of adjusted the color of the whole card template. Well, we need to create a clipping mask to clip it just to this layer that is the strip on the back. So we're going to right-click on the adjustment layer, choose Create Clipping Mask, and it's going to clip it right to that section only. So once this is set how you like it, you're going to hide your template layer. After you make sure that all of your important information is inside this red dotted line, you don't want anything to accidentally get cut off when it's trimmed. So once everything is good, you can hide your template layer and go up to File, Save As. We're going to again save it as a JPEG file. Make sure we're at the highest quality of 12 and click OK. Then we're going to close this one, and I'll show you again how to customize the inside of the card, we've got sections for 2 photos on the left and in the center. And then this right panel, this blank area right here is where the magnet is going to be attached. So no adjustments need to be made. Now all of this text that is included is adjustable. You can change it obviously to the proper names, the date, or whatever you need. So let's get some photos in here. We'll use this photo on our left-hand panel. We're going to right-click on the layer, duplicate layer. From the drop-down box, we're going to choose the inside of our card and click OK. Now, you need to get it above the layer that is labeled Insert Left Panel Photo Above. We're going to right-click on this photo, create clipping mask to get it in place, and then we're going to scale it to get the photo actually to size. So you go to Edit, Transform, and then Scale. It's going to put the bounding box around your entire photo, even though you can only see this small portion. And then you want to drag from the corners and hold the Shift key on your keyboard to keep your proportions intact. Once you have it how you like it, you're just going to click your arrow, say Apply, and it's going to be in place. Then we just need to get our center photo in place. We'll use this one. We're going to, again, right-click, duplicate layer, choose the inside of our card, and click OK. And then we need to drag this one above the layer that is labeled Insert Center Panel Photo Above. And then we're going to right-click on it, create our clipping mask, and then again we're going to go up to Edit, down to Transform, and then to Scale so that we can get this sized properly. Hold down Shift and drag from the corners, and then move it to get perfect placement. And then when you're happy with it, just click your arrow and click Apply. And then zoom in so that you can make sure that all of your important information is within these red dotted lines so you're sure nothing's going to get cut off in trimming. And then hide your template layer and go up to File, Save As, choose JPEG as your format, and click Save. And again, make sure it's at the maximum quality for the best print results. And the last piece to this project is the standard die-cut magnet. So here is our template. This is actually designed so that there is a thick white border around it after it's trimmed. You can see that the layers are labeled. You can change the background, and then you insert your photo here, and of course you can adjust all of your text. So we'll use this photo. We are again going to right-click, duplicate layer, and into our magnet file. And then we're going to make sure that the photo is above the layer that is labeled appropriately. We're going to right-click on it, choose Create Clipping Mask, and again we're going to scale it. Edit, Transform, and Scale. Hold down Shift and drag from the corners. And then click your arrow and click Apply. And then just make sure everything looks good and is within this red dotted line so you don't want anything important to be trimmed off, like any of your text or anything. And then always remember to hide your template layer before saving it as a JPEG file, otherwise that will print on it. And then we're going to go up to File, go down to Save As, again save it as a JPEG file, and then again make sure your quality is at the maximum. And then I'll walk you real quick through the Rose ordering process for these new Magnet Select cards. I've got Rose already open. We're going to click on Get Images real quick so that my new images are in there for my card. And then over here on the left-hand side, which is step number 1 where you select your product, we need to go to the catalog and find Magnet Select cards. They're in their own catalog to keep them separate. And then since the Trifold Save the Date is one of the available templates as a free download on the Simply Color Lab website, you can choose one of the tabs. This one is actually the 5x5 Trifold Urban template, and you'll see that you have the areas for the card itself and then for the magnet. So the first step is going to be ordering your card. We are going to do the inside, and then you click the arrow down here at the bottom to flip it around to the other side, and then we're going to drag the outside. And I always go back and double check and just make sure everything looks good. And then you need to click Add to Order before placing your magnet. Once you've added the card to the order, you need to go up here to Section 1 again, select the magnet template, and then drag your magnet into place. Make sure everything looks good within that dotted line, and then click Add to Order, and you're all set. Of course, you also want to be sure that you are properly choosing the quantities and the paper as usual and envelopes on the left-hand side. And that's it. Pretty simple.
Hey Terry, would you mind showing me real quick where the new blue dots are in the magnet catalog?
Absolutely. If you choose to be bold and create your own magnet select card from scratch, when ordering your magnets, you will go to the Stickers and Magnets catalog. Ooh, my computer doesn't like me right now. Sorry about that. And then here is where you will choose either magnets or stickers. Make sure if you're ordering magnets that you read properly and make sure you have selected magnets and not stickers. That would be a mistake that I would make. And then if you are ordering magnets and you need blue dots, just make sure that down here on the bottom left, you select yes for blue dots for custom magnet select. That way they'll automatically be sent to you with your order.
Okay, thanks a lot.
You bet.
Let's switch it back to me real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so now that Terry showed you guys how to customize your own magnet selects, I'm going to show you how to navigate to them from our homepage. Currently, right now, they are on our main homepage, but in the event that they're not there, you can always go to the goods and down to magnet select cards. This takes you immediately right to where they are, and you just can scroll down and see the different templates that we have and download them and customize them as Terry's just shown you. If you guys ever have any questions, feel free to call our customer service, and I hope you guys enjoyed the webinar and learned something today. Thanks!